So, good morning, guys. Today we are going to complete our resonance topic. Actually, in the last class, we have covered resonance in the series RLC circuit, and we have studied if the resistance, inductance, and capacitance are connected in the series, then what is the significance of this resonance in this circuit. We have drawn the waveform diagram for the resonant frequency, and we have studied how our circuit will behave before the resonant frequency and after the resonant frequency. We have seen that before the resonant frequency, circuit behaves as a capacitive network, okay, and after the resonance frequency the circuit behaves like a inductive, okay. So, and how, I already told you, you can go through the lecture I have uploaded on the YouTube, and I have given the link in the Telegram channel named with EasyTech Education. You have to type EasyTech Education in the Telegram and you can join our group also, okay. And at resonant frequency the circuit behaves like a pure resistive network, or you can also say that at resonance the current will be in phase with the applied voltage, because at resonance these two will behave like they are not present in the circuit, okay. So only R will be present, but only at resonant frequency omega naught. I have mentioned omega naught as a resonant frequency. Now today we are going to, and I already told you that for RL circuit, what is the bandwidth formula? That is R upon L, okay. R upon L will be bandwidth, and we have studied this is Q. What was Q? Q was the quality factor, and the formula for quality factor was energy stored in the circuit divided by energy dissipated in the circuit, okay. Like we have written, okay, the Q value will be W upon bandwidth, okay, frequency divided by bandwidth. That was the quality factor, okay. This formula is going to be help in the upcoming numerical. And now we are going to cover resonant in the parallel RLC circuit, okay. So let me erase it. Again we are going to derive the same logic, how our circuit will behave in parallel RLC circuit before the resonant frequency and after the resonant frequency. Don't worry, okay. I have to change the topic name also. Here the new topic name will be resonance in parallel RLC circuit. Resonance in parallel RLC circuit. Whenever the RLC three elements named with R, L and C, R, L and C are connected, connected in the circuit, I have to mention with name also, R, L and C, okay. These are the elements are connected in the circuit, okay. And this is source element is connected here. This is source element is connected here, okay. And just wait 1 minute. Okay, so R, L, C are connected in parallel, okay. We have connected here. Now we are going to derive the admittance formula. First of all, you have to understand what is R. If this is R, okay, what is impedance? It is R. What is admittance? Admittance is the reversal of the impedance. That means admittance will be 1 upon R. For L, if this is L and the applied frequency in the source is omega, then what is Z? That is impedance. It is J omega L. And what is admittance? Admittance will be 1 upon J omega L. Same formula will be applicable for C. If this is your C, that means capacitance and omega is the applied frequency, okay. Then what is Z? Z will be 1 upon J omega C, and what is Y? It will be J omega C. This is impedance, this is admittance. You can mention here. This is impedance, and what is this? This is admittance, okay. I think you have got the idea. In the parallel circuit, we cannot directly add admittance, oh we cannot directly add impedance, but yes we can directly add admittance. So that's why I'm here giving the idea of admittance. In the parallel circuit, the admittance y1, admittance y2, admittance y3 will get directly added. Okay, so total admittance will be y1 plus y2 plus y3. Okay, so let me erase it. Today we have to also cover numerical part. Okay, here total admittance y will be admittance y1 will be 1 upon r1, admittance y2 will be 1 upon j omega l, and admittance y3 will be j omega c. Okay, so y1 plus y2 plus y3 total admittance. Okay, 1 upon r1 plus it is 1 upon j omega l plus j omega c. So here y will be 1 upon r1 plus j will get common, j omega will get common, j will common, so it will be omega c minus 1 upon omega l. Okay, this will be the total admittance. Now when omega value is low, when the omega value is low, then this j omega c, the j omega c will be low, and omega c will be low, and 1 upon omega l. One upon omega l will be high. So for low frequencies, what you have to consider? You have to consider only this r1, and 1 upon omega l will be high, and this 1 upon l. You cannot consider this for low frequencies. Okay, you cannot consider this for low frequency. Why? Because omega c value is very low and 1 upon omega l value is very high. R1 will not be affected by variation in the frequency, so circuit will only contain the resistive effect and inductive effect. So you can say at low frequencies, where in parallel RLC circuit, the circuit will behave like a R and L. What is R and L? It's an inductive circuit. Okay, so at low frequencies circuit will behave like a inductive circuit. Okay, now what happen when omega will be high? When omega will be high, omega c will be, omega c will be large, but 1 upon omega c, due to omega will be high, 1 upon omega l will be low. At this time your circuit will contain only R and whatever the quantity is large. Okay, R and omega c. So what is this? This is nothing but only a capacitive network. Why? Because R and C, and here inductive. Why? Because R and L. Okay, so you have studied that at low frequencies your circuit will behave like inductive, at high frequency your circuit will behave like a capacitive. But there is a certain frequency, again I am going to tell you, there is a certain frequency omega naught where your circuit will behave only R. Okay, your circuit will behave only resistive network. Okay, so that's why it is resonant frequency. Why? Because at omega naught, your XL will be XC. Okay, so again omega naught will be 1 upon root of LC radian per frequency, radian per second, sorry. Okay, so you have studied. So guys, now we can draw our admittance diagram with respect to frequency. Okay, what will be our admittance diagram with respect to frequency? I think I have to choose this color. I have to use red color. Okay. Frequency, this is admittance. Okay, at low frequency omega is equal to 0, and here it is omega is equal to infinite. At low frequency your circuit will behave like inductive circuit. At high frequency your circuit will behave like a capacitive network. But please understand, y is equal to 1 upon r plus 1 upon j omega l plus j omega c. You have to understand, if at certain frequency these two terms will get cancelled, the admittance will contain only 1 upon r1. Okay, admittance will contain only 1 upon r1. So at omega is equal to 0, at omega is equal to 0, I am considering here this diagram, this area. At omega is equal to 0, if you put 0 here, it will become 0. If you put 0 here, it will become infinite. So at omega is equal to 0, admittance will be infinite, as well as at omega is equal to infinite. If you put infinite here, it will become 0. If you put infinite here, this quantity will become infinite. So again, at omega is equal to infinite, admittance will be infinite. So at omega is equal to 0, the admittance will contain here. और हाई फ्रिक्वेंसीज के लिए अगेन यहाँ पर बहुत ज़्यादा होगा. बट एक लो फ्रिक्वेंसी, एक ऐसी सर्टन फ्रिक्वेंसी होगी जिसको कि आप बोल सकते हैं ओमेगा नॉट, दैट इज़ रेजोनेंट फ्रिक्वेंसी, जहाँ पर ये आपका मिनिमम होगा, जहाँ पर ये आपका मिनिमम होगा. तो आपका जो डायग्राम होगा वो कुछ इस तरीके से होगा. ओके, आप देख सकते हैं इट विल बी वाई मिनिमम. सो आपका जो एडमिटेंस जो डायग्राम होगा विद रेस्पेक्ट टू फ्रीक्वेंसी वो इस तरीके से होगा. अब आप यहाँ पर ये कह सकते हैं कि बिफोर द रेजोनेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी सर्किट बिहेव्स लाइक इंडक्टिव सर्किट. सो इस रीज़न के लिए आपका जो सर्किट होगा वो आपका इंडक्टिव सर्किट होगा, और इस रीज़न के लिए आपका जो सर्किट होगा वो आपका कैपेसिटिव सर्किट होगा. रेजोनेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी के बाद आपका कैपेसिटिव सर्किट होगा, रेजोनेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी से पहले आपका इंडक्टिव सर्किट होगा. दिस इज़ द बेसिक एंड दिस इज़ द मोस्ट सिग्निफिकेंट आइडिया एंड दिस इज़ द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट डेरिवेशन, बिकॉज समटाइम्स स्टूडेंट्स आर कन्फ्यूज्ड कि सीरीज सर्किट में या पैरेलल सर्किट में बिफोर रेजोनेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी आफ्टर रेजोनेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी सर्किट किस तरीके से बिहेव करता है. और आपको ये क्वेश्चंस आईईएस और आरएससीबी जो भी मल्टीपल ऑप्शंस देते हैं एग्जाम में, वो आपको अगर रेजोनेंस से उठाते हैं तो आपको ये एग्जांपल वो ज़रूर देते हैं. अगर आपका क्वेश्चन न्यूमेरिकल पार्ट से कंपेयर नहीं है, अगर न्यूमेरिकल पार्ट से रेजोनेंस से उठाते हैं तो वो डायरेक्टली आपको एल और सी की वैल्यू देते हैं और पूछते हैं कि रेजोनेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी की वैल्यू क्या होगी. ओके, या फिर आपकी किस फ्रीक्वेंसी पर आपके जो करंट है और जो वोल्टेज है उसमें फेज डिफरेंस 0 होगा, या फिर किस फ्रीक्वेंसी पर आपका सर्किट टोटली रेजिस्टिव नेटवर्क होगा. तो ये आपका रेजोनेंस इन पैरेलल आरएलसी सर्किट होता है. ठीक है, अब कुछ अलग चीज़ें भी है जो हम देख लेते हैं यहाँ पे. ओके, मैं आपको एक बात बता दूं यहाँ पर, रेजोनेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी पर आपका जो सर्किट होगा, ठीक है, वो रेजोनेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी पर आपका जो सर्किट होगा वो प्योरली रेजिस्टिव नेटवर्क होगा. ठीक है, दैट मीन्स ये जो करंट जाएगी वो टोटल करंट आपके यहाँ पर चली जाएगी. ठीक है, और अदरवाइज बिफोर रेजोनेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी आपकी कुछ करंट एल पर भी जाएगी, आफ्टर कुछ रेजोनेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी आपकी कुछ करंट सी पर जाएगी. ठीक है, तो आपकी जो रेजिस्टेंस में जो करंट जाएगी वो आपकी रिड्यूस हो जाएगी. ठीक है, जबकि जब आपकी फ्रीक्वेंसी रेजोनेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी नहीं है. ठीक है, रेजोनेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी से पहले या बाद में, नॉट एट रेजोनेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी, तो आपकी जो टोटल वोल्टेज जो आर के अक्रॉस आपको मिलेगा, ठीक है, वो आपको कम मिलेगा. ठीक है, अब आपको ऑब्वियसली ज़्यादा मिलेगा एट रेजोनेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी. अब मैं आपको एक चीज़ बताता हूँ इसमें बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट. what was the formula for Q? That was quality factor. I already told you it was omega naught L upon R. Okay, why? Because the formula was XL upon R or XC upon R. Okay, so फॉर्मूला किस तरीके से बना? XL की वैल्यू ओमेगा नॉट L अपॉन R, एक फॉर्मूला यहाँ पर हो गया. अब एक फॉर्मूला आपका वन अपॉन ओमेगा सी आर, एक फॉर्मूला आपका ये हो गया. Q इक्वल टू एक्स सी अपॉन आर या फिर XL अपॉन आर. XL की वैल्यू ओमेगा नॉट L, ओके, ओमेगा L, और XC की वैल्यू वन अपॉन ओमेगा सी. तो इट वॉज वन अपॉन ओमेगा सी आर. इट इज क्वालिटी फैक्टर. दिस फॉर्मूला वॉज वैलिड ओनली फॉर series RLC circuit. Okay, you can write down here. These formulas are valid for series RLC circuit. अगर ये सेम फॉर्मूला क्वालिटी फैक्टर आपको पैरेलल RLC सर्किट के लिए यूज़ करना है तो एक ट्रिक है, ये आप यहाँ पर देख सकते हैं. ट्रिक है कि अगर आपको ये फॉर्मूले पैरेलल RLC सर्किट के लिए यूज़ करना है तो जो इनमें R है उस R को बना दीजिए 1/R. ठीक है, L है उसको बना दीजिए C, और C है उसको बना दीजिए L. दिस इज़ द ट्रिक कि क्वालिटी फैक्टर सीरीज RLC सर्किट के लिए क्वालिटी फैक्टर का जो भी फॉर्मूला था उस क्वालिटी फैक्टर के फॉर्मूले में R को रिप्लेस कर दीजिए 1/R से, L को रिप्लेस कर दीजिए C से, और C को रिप्लेस कर दीजिए L से, या फिर L और C को एक दूसरे से रिप्लेस कर दीजिए. ठीक है, बट R को 1/R से रिप्लेस करना कंपलसरी है. ठीक है, तो हम लिखने जा रहे हैं क्वालिटी फैक्टर का फॉर्मूला फॉर पैरेलल RLC सर्किट. फॉर पैरेलल RLC सर्किट व्हाट शुड बी द फॉर्मूला फॉर Q? यहाँ पर देखिए ओमेगा L/R. सो ओमेगा की वैल्यू ऑब्वियसली वो की वही रहेगी. L की जगह आप यूज़ करेंगे C, ओके, डिवाइडेड बाय R को रिप्लेस कर देंगे 1/R से, 1/R से. सो इक्विवेलेंट फॉर्मूला हो जाएगा आपका ओमेगा RC. ये आ गया आपका फॉर्मूला. दिस फॉर्मूला इज वैलिड फॉर पैरेलल RLC सर्किट. ओके, एक फॉर्मूला और है हमारे पास में 1/ओमेगा CR. तो 1/ ओमेगा को ओमेगा रहने देंगे, C को क्या कर देंगे आप? C को L कर दीजिए, ये कर दिया, और R को क्या कर देंगे? 1/R. R को कर देंगे 1/R. सो यहाँ से इक्विवेलेंट क्वालिटी फैक्टर का फॉर्मूला R/ओमेगा L, R/ओमेगा L. ये आपका सेकंड फॉर्मूला हो गया. I want to make your attention towards these formulas. This is first formula, this was second formula, this was third formula, and this is fourth formula. These four formulas are really very important formulas. Okay, what you have to consider for the series RLC circuit, you have cleared about the value, about the formula for quality factor. What is this? This is quality factor. You can mention here. Either you can note down or you can take the screenshot. I am giving you 5 to 6 seconds to take a screenshot. Okay, and you can take the screenshot. I think you have taken the screenshot. Okay, so these were the formulas. Okay, and based on these formulas we are going to solve some numericals. Okay, so first we are going to understand the first numerical based on series and parallel RLC circuit, series and parallel resonance. I have to pick some questions. Okay, it is example number 1. The first question is, as series, I'm reading it, a series RLC circuit has a resonance frequency of 1 kilohertz and quality factor Q is equal to 100. It is given in series RLC circuit. This is R, this is C, and this is L, and this is C. RLC. In this RLC circuit has a resonant frequency equivalent to 1 kilohertz. And a quality factor Q is equal to 100, and quality factor is also given equivalent to 100. If each value of RLC is doubled from its original value, then new quality factor of the circuit will be. Okay, the question is, if RLC are doubled, then what is the new quality factor? This was the question. Okay, so this question came into IES mains examination. Okay, some years back. I didn't know the year actually. Okay, but this was the part of subjective paper. Okay, resonant frequency value was 1 kilohertz. Quality factor for series RLC circuit was 100. If RLC values are doubled, then what should be the value of new quality factor? First of all, you have to understand what should be the formula of quality factor. It was omega naught L upon R. Okay, omega naught L upon R. Now, what should be the value of omega naught? It is 1 upon root of LC, and it is L upon R. So it is 1 upon R. It will be equivalent to L upon C. I think it will be 1 upon R, root of L. L will get cancelled by root of L. Okay, so quality factor will be 1 upon R, L upon C. So the formula is, this is the formula. This is equivalent to quality factor 1 upon R, root of L upon C. If values of R, L, C are doubled, then what should be the quality factor? What should be the new quality factor? Okay, new quality factor 1 upon 2R. Why? Because R, L, C each value is doubled. R will replace by 2R, L will replace by 2L, C will replace by 2C. Okay, and here 2 and 2 will get cancelled. Again it will be 1 upon 2R root of L upon C. Now what is 1 upon R root of L upon C equivalent to 2? Okay, so it will be half into Q. So what should be the value of new quality factor? It will be half into Q. What is the value of Q? I think it is 100. Okay, it will be 100. So what should be the answer? The answer should be 50. So the new quality factor will become 50. This was the numerical. Okay, and this numerical was not actually the part of subjective paper. It was the part of objective paper asked in the UPSC IES examination, raised from the topic resonance in the series and parallel RLC circuit. Okay, this was example number 1. You can mention it. Okay, it was example number 1. Now we are going to again solve another numerical. Okay, that is also a most important numerical. Let me erase it. The next numerical is the next numerical is numerical number 2. A series resonant circuit, you may note down. A series RLC circuit has an inductive reactance of 1000 ohm and a capacitive reactance of 1000 ohm and a resistance of 0.1 ohm, 0.1 ohm. If the resonant frequency is 10 megahertz, then what should be the bandwidth of the circuit? Okay, it is series resonant circuit. So we have to draw network, we have to draw circuit. This is R, L and C. Okay, R, L, C. Let me mention the values. The values are, if the resonant frequency is 10 megahertz, inductive reactance of 1000 ohm, inductive reactance 1000 ohm, inductive reactance. I already told you the value of the inductance is always written in Henry. The unit of the inductance is in Henry, but when we convert the unit of Henry to ohm, we have to multiply it with j omega. So that's why j omega L equivalent to XL, that is inductive reactance. The unit of this inductive reactance will mention in omega. Okay, so that's why the inductive reactance or the capacitive reactance can be added with resistance to get the total impedance. Okay, so inductive reactance of 1000 ohm, that means XL value is given as 1000 ohm, and capacitive reactance of 1000 ohm, obviously XC value should also be given 1000 ohm, and the resistance of 0.1 ohm, and the value of R is given as 0.1 ohm. Now what is asked? If the resonant frequency is 10 megahertz, then what should be the bandwidth of the circuit? They have asked this, and what is this? This is bandwidth. Okay, so we are going to solve it. I have to take the green pen here. Okay, what we have written, we know the quality factor in the series RLC circuit. We know the formula for quality factor. If you are still not known with the quality factor formula, then you can go to our previous lecture, okay, where we have mentioned the formula for quality factor. We have derived the formula for quality factor. Okay, now here, as a part of the solution of this numerical, I have dictated the question here, and while solving the question, we are going to directly mention the formula. What is the value of quality factor? The value of quality factor is omega naught L upon R. Okay, they have asked the bandwidth for RL circuit. Okay, I already told you the bandwidth value is R upon L. Okay, the bandwidth value is R upon L. So here, this will be the bandwidth formula. Okay, so we can write down omega naught upon R upon L, and this will be omega naught upon bandwidth. They have asked this bandwidth. Okay, so what is the value of del omega? It will be omega naught upon quality factor. Okay, and what should be the quality factor? It will be omega L upon R. Why? Because the Q value is omega L upon R. Okay, so omega L upon R here. So how can we find out? This is the resonant frequency. This is the resonant frequency. It is given in 10 megahertz. 10 into 10 to the power 6 divided by, what is XL? The value of XL is given. What is XL? XL value is omega L, na? It is j omega L. The magnitude will be omega L. The omega L value is given 1000 ohm. 1000 ohm. What should be the value of R? It is in 0.1. So when you will solve this question, when you will solve this part, you will get the bandwidth equivalent to आई थिंक 1 किलो हर्ट्ज, इट इज़ इन 1 किलो हर्ट्ज ना, और 1000 hertz. This will be the answer. Okay, you may be confused in this step. Okay, but I'm going to again give you some idea to not get you confused in this part. Okay, because the new learners will get definitely confused. Please understand what should be the value of quality factor. Quality factor का फॉर्मूला क्या है? ओमेगा नोट एल अपॉन आर, ये आपके क्वालिटी फैक्टर का फॉर्मूला था, ठीक है। यहाँ पर हम रेजोनेंट फ्रिक्वेंसी की बात कर रहे हैं, बिकॉज रेजोनेंट फ्रिक्वेंसी आपको 10 मेगाहर्ट्ज दी हुई है। मैं ये मान लेता हूँ कि ये मेरी ओमेगा नोट जो है रेजोनेंट फ्रिक्वेंसी है, ठीक है। अगर मुझे ये फॉर्मूला नहीं दिया गया होता, मैं यहाँ पर ओमेगा नोट आपका रेजोनेंट फ्रिक्वेंसी कंसिडर नहीं करता, बट मैं ये मानता हूँ कि ओमेगा नोट मेरी रेजोनेंट फ्रिक्वेंसी है, ठीक है। तो बिकॉज क्वालिटी फैक्टर फॉर्मूला तो सेम होगा। क्वालिटी फैक्टर का फॉर्मूला क्या है? Q इक्वल टू ओमेगा नोट एल अपॉन आर। ओमेगा नोट की अलग अलग वैल्यूज़ हो सकती है, रेजोनेंट फ्रिक्वेंसी से कम भी हो सकता है, रेजोनेंट फ्रिक्वेंसी से ज़्यादा भी हो सकता है, और डायरेक्टली रेजोनेंट फ्रिक्वेंसी भी हो सकता है। तो मैं ये मान करके चल रहा हूँ कि ओमेगा नोट मेरा रेजोनेंट फ्रिक्वेंसी है। तो रेजोनेंट फ्रिक्वेंसी है तो आर अपॉन एल क्या होता है? बैंडविड्थ। बैंडविड्थ इसने पूछा है, तो आर अपॉन एल मैंने यहाँ से बैंडविड्थ ले लिया। अब इस बैंडविड्थ को मैंने यहाँ पर लिख दिया, ये मेरा रेजोनेंट फ्रिक्वेंसी आ गया, तो रेजोनेंट फ्रिक्वेंसी को मैंने यहाँ पर लिख दिया। तो Q मेरा डिनोमिनेटर पार्ट में आ जाएगा, तो Q नॉट अपॉन Q विल बी देयर। तो नाउ मुझे यहाँ पर ये मान करके चलना पड़ेगा कि ये जो फॉर्मूला है, आई हैव टू सॉल्व दिस। इस स्टेप से मुझे मेरा फाइनल आंसर मिलेगा, डेल ओमेगा विल बी इक्वल टू ओमेगा नॉट अपॉन Q। अब ओमेगा नॉट तो आई नो वेरी वेल, बट व्हाट इज़ द Q? Q वैल्यू विल बी ओमेगा एल अपॉन आर। अब यहाँ पर ओमेगा जो है वो किसी भी फ्रिक्वेंसी के लिए यूज़ हो सकता है, तो यहाँ पर मेरे को ओमेगा एल क्या है? एक्सएल की वैल्यू मुझे 1000 ओम दी हुई है। व्हाट इज़ ओमेगा एल? इंडक्टिव इम्पीडेंस।